Hello and welcome back to RimWorld. Last time we got a nice man named Alexei on our team. Alexei the architect. He's an architect, isn't he? Did we look at him? I don't think we did. Oh, we took a little bit of a look at him. He's pretty artistic. He's really good at construction. He's a nice guy. I'm sure Alexei's a great person. He's probably a serial killer. I mean, let's level. I mean, we're living on some sort of RimWorld. If there happens to be a person who just happens upon the colony being chased down by pirates, there's a good chance said person is a serial killer. I think we can forgive Alexei for his serial killing and just, you know, I don't know, move past the whole killing tons of people thing. Anyway, Aiden is on her way to a colony. Let's take a look. Aiden, how far are you? She is halfway to it. And then she has to come back, so she's going to take quite a while. In terms of our colony right now, I think we just fought off a couple raids, which was pretty good. We got our nice little melee hut set up, which is just beautiful. And we are starting to produce our first weapons. We're working on an assault rifle over here. And, of course, working towards actually being able to create our own components so that with any luck, we can basically, I guess, survive forever, more or less. I mean, components are a seriously limiting factor of any colony, so if we have more components, I'm pretty sure we're going to be better off. Oh, look at Alexei go. Geez, this guy is immediately making himself incredibly useful in the colony. You are awesome, Alexei. Even though you're a serial killer, I'm sure you're a nice person. Please don't kill anyone in the colony. I will judge you for that. And by judge you, I mean I will rain holy retribution upon your forehead until your small little noggin has been smashed into the ground. Yeah, it's a bit harsh, but somebody had to do it. And Scout, don't eat the enemy. Jeez. Anyway. Oh yeah, we are out of food. Right. That is a thing that we need to deal with. That was the other thing. So we need to start hunting a lot of this stuff. So let's get a few of the less dangerous animals we'll put on hunt orders. And we could potentially actually like do a hunting party for a bear, or maybe if there's a muffalo around, we can get some people together to hunt down a muffalo. Because we're going to need that kind of food at this point. And we're probably... Ooh, Red Fox Revenge. You guys killed said Red Fox, right? Because that's what should have happened there. Squirrel? Squirrel, are you running from a fox, Squirrel? I swear, Squirrel. No, he's got it under control. That's good. Nice job, Squirrel. You can stop cowering because I'm pretty sure it's dead. Anyway, it doesn't look like there's actually much, if any, big game in here, which is kind of annoying. We could get the bear. I mean, that's probably going to be pretty easy with the amount of people we have. But that is an option. Squirrel, are you getting attacked by another fox? Please, Squirrel, man up and beat that fox to death. It is your sworn duty, your only purpose in life right now, Squirrel, to beat that fox into submission. Thank you. Thank you, Squirrel. Gabe, are you eating a red fox corpse? You savage. You disgusting, putrid savage. You know we're gonna butcher that at some point, Gabe. You don't have to eat it raw. Jeez. These people, they are serious survivalists. That's what it is. They are all about survival and nothing else. Like common decency, not eating raw meat. They don't care about any of that. All that matters is surviving in this wide waste. And yeah, we are fighting the bear. Just saying. Apparently the pigs have gotten involved. I am not 100% certain the pigs being involved in that was necessary, but, you know. Apparently the pigs are pretty vicious fighters, so that's nice. How many pigs do we have, by the way? Can we butcher one of these guys? Because I really only want to butcher them when it's, like, a good time to butcher them. We need enough so that we can continue to create more pigs. But again, if we create more pigs, or too many pigs, they will basically take over the colony, which is going to be more than a small issue for everyone. Why is there a dead person on this table? Who ate the dead person? Who did it? Bradley, why'd you bring a dead person into this room? Jeez. Why are people bringing random... Oh. Oh, are they feeding people? Bradley, did you feed someone a human being? You fed Squirrel a human being, didn't you? You scumbag. Jeez. Ah, these people are just brutal. Anyone who can do some form of, I don't know, butchery work? Anyone? Yeah, Fedosha. Get to it. Butcher that red fox. I mean, it's going to give us, like, around about 0 food, but, you know. It's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. With any hope. Fedosha, can you please, like, butcher this? No? Can you prioritize working at the butcher table? Yes, she's going to butcher the bear. That's perfect. So with that butchered, we should have enough food that people no longer have to eat our enemies. Which is, I mean, intimidating, yes. Very intimidating. Necessary? Not so much. I mean, you don't actually have to eat your enemies in general. I mean, we'll get by without eating people. How's Steven doing? Is Steven suffering from malnutrition? Steven is, in fact, suffering from malnutrition. I figured that would be a thing. I mean, you can't feed the prisoner when, in fact, everyone else is going hungry. That is simply an unacceptable thing to do. Unless Squirrel... No, Squirrel is not about to do that. He's going to eat that meat himself. Okay, so our food problem, at least for the moment, is sort of fixed. You know, well enough. We've got some more hunt orders. There is another bear, so we could go hunt another bear down and get all of that food as well. Who's starving? Alexei? Well, Alexei, you better get into the fridge because there's some food in there. As I was saying, we could hunt another bear. That is another option. There is one right here. Or we could go for one of these, like, herds of ibex. The thing is, I'm terrified to death of fighting herds of animals. Because it just so happens that herds of animals tend to be really good at killing us. Which is just a small issue, you know? The whole them overrunning the colony and killing everyone. It's just a tiny little problem there. It looks like, for the most part, the vast majority of colony work has stopped to hunt animals. We should probably set up prior to everything, you know, everyone... No, prior to the spring, not prior to everyone. Okay. Prior to the spring, we should probably set up some more farms, because I don't know if you noticed, but it doesn't seem like we made enough food last time, and that usually means we're not going to make enough food this time. And I guess we'll keep them all at potatoes. That should be fine. And these are all like potato, rice, corn, some smoke leaf, more potatoes, heel root, probably potatoes, yep, and some cotton. Yeah, that's all fine. We should be farming up that. That should be more than enough farm fields to have everyone eating nicely for the next winter. I mean, at least cross your fingers on that one. Admittedly, Aiden does have a ridiculous amount of food with her right now. Apparently, she didn't need quite as much food as she claimed to have needed, but in the very least, she'll bring that back in, what, 10 days' time? Yeah, roundabout. Somewhere in there. I'm pretty sure by then the colony will have already fixed their food problems, but, you know, it's the thought that counts, right? Right? No, it's really not the thought that counts. I think we should probably set up another hunting party because, quite frankly... Oh, watching the eclipse, Bradley. You're not watching the eclipse. Everyone who is available is getting out here, and we're going to do a little bit of gunplay. So, you three, come on. Let's go find a bear. Bear! Bear! Where are you? I will find you. I will tear you to pieces. Well, I won't tear you to pieces. They're gonna tear you to pieces. Bradley, Gabe, and Alexei are just vicious creatures. And they do not care in the slightest about the survival of a bear. Ooh, in a thunderstorm too. Guys, this is probably exceptionally dangerous, but I'm gonna let you do it regardless. Because I'm a terrible, terrible leader. Guys, drop down there. Looks like the bear's chasing Gabe. Nope, it's chasing one of you guys. So we're gonna have Gabe open fire on the grizzly, and these guys are gonna keep running to hopefully not get anyone injured by this. We're just gonna hope that this works out, because it does kind of look like the bear's closing on us. Guys, keep running! Oh, there's cargo pods. Food? Food? No? Alpaca wool? Nobody asked for alpaca wool. Alpaca wool is terrible. Who wants alpaca wool? I mean, actually, it is probably pretty warm. Fire on the grizzly bear! Alexei, good luck. I hope you don't die. You've been shot twice, Alexei. Gabe, please don't shoot. Alexei is dead! Oh no, Alexei! Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, he's dead. We're gonna pretend that he wasn't killed by a grizzly bear in a terrible hunting accident. And, go from there. I'm pretty sure it had something to do with Gabe shooting him twice. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest here. I'm gonna pin that death on Gabe. Gabe, please don't shoot our friends. Yeah, you better vomit after having shot our friends. Jeez. Okay, Alexei's going to be buried in the cemetery, like any reasonable person would be buried in the cemetery. If we can, what do you mean no empty container to store him? Is anyone putting something in this, what is it? This grave right now? Because I hope not. We need, our nice friend Alexei to be put in a grave. This sow is pregnant. That's nice. So those... Oh, yeah. Yep. Gabe, no, you're not allowed to do that. You are not putting some random person in that grave. You are burying Alexei. There we go. So it looks like Cherie's working on the actual bear meat. We've got a good amount of meals. Alexei's loss will not be in vain, as it ends up that he will bring us a good deal of food. I'm sorry you had to die, Alexei. That's really unfortunate. It's going to be really bad for morale in the colony. I mean, let's face it, that's not going to be good. I'm not going to be happy about that, but we have to deal with it regardless. Okay. So, have we done machining yet? Are we still working on that? We are still working on component assembly. Machining is getting done, but, you know, that's going to take its time. What else can we build up here? We don't really need all that much, do we? We're kind of sitting quite nicely as it is. So what sort of production don't we have? Oh, hydroponics. Now that is a good idea, actually. We should set up a hydroponics facility somewhere. So I think we can build a nice little warehouse, like right down here. What is this? Granite? Well, it's going to be a little granite warehouse. It's going to be built right in this area, and it's going to be our hydroponics bay. And quite frankly, it is going to be beautiful. I don't know why I just built that out of wood, but that is incredibly unacceptable. That needs to be a marble block door and not a wood door, because that's... Ugh. Wood is the worst. So we're going to set up this room, and it's going to have some heat. And that is about it. Because it doesn't... I don't think it needs to be cooled. I'm pretty sure plants will run regardless of how hot it is in there. But once it gets too cold, it will kill the crops. So we'll just heat that up, and then we'll have a few hydroponics bays. How much steel do we have? 200? And we have an ample quantity of components? That we do. Okay, so we're going to set up, I don't know, I guess 2, because that's all that we really have resources for. And then in that as well, we can put a nice little sun lamp. Once I figure out where a sun lamp is. It's under furniture, that's right. And that, ooh, that's basically going to fill up the entire room. That's perfect. That will keep these running 24/7. Just ad infinitum, it's going to be growing stuff. And just to make this a nice size, we're going to drop it down a little bit. Perfect. So we should be able to fill up this entire room with various hydroponics basins. And that should be a good source of food for the winter months, so we don't have to just produce during the summer, spring time, which is about where we are at this point. It is the 13th day, which is nice. So we should soon enough have this all set up. Does that not have power? Really? I mean, it seems like it should. I don't know. We'll see if that has power once it's done running. Although it looks like it doesn't quite have the connected rate it needs. Do we need even more power in this colony? We have 2 geothermal generators. I wouldn't have thought that anyone would ever need more power than 2 geothermal generators. That is a significant necessity of power, my friends. 'Tis no joke. Well, okay, if that's the case, which I'm assuming it is, we're gonna have to build yet another geothermal generator, which is really gonna be this one. So if we're gonna build out there, that is quite a ways away from the colony wall. Probably the most logical thing that we could do is actually make an expansion to the colony that's gonna fit in round about here. Somewhere in like this area. And then, so we'll need a defensive wall along this area down here and then back up to the actual like pool over there. And then this entrance is going to be our actual defensive position. That will, in the very least, simplify setting up defenses, because we won't have to have what is, in essence, at this point, a 3-pronged system. We'll just have a single defensive area here. So we should probably get to work on that. We'll have to prioritize the cutting of stone. Hares? We don't want any hares in the colony. You're dead. You made a mistake trying to be self-tamed. Jeez, I mean, it does make it a lot easier than hunting it. It has to be admitted. Hunting is far more effort. Okay, we don't have enough steel either, do we? Oof. Oof. We are running out of tons of stuff at this point. We don't have enough stone. We don't have anything. We are an incredibly poor civilization. We used to have so much. We used to have Rambo herself running this colony. Now we have nothing. We have naught but Gabe. And I don't know. What do we have? Like maybe somewhere around 20 meals? It's not very good. That's very bad, in fact. We need to up our productivity, people. I know that people have died, including Alexei, who was probably shot by Gabe, but Gabe's the leader, so we can't really blame him for it. Can you guys do steel and not stone? Because we don't really need the stone immediately. We are going to carve that out just to get a bit more stone debris, just to use it when we need to. But yeah, so currently we do have 86 blocks of granite. How much is that going to give us? It's not going to make much wall, is it? No, it's really not going to make much at all. Oh, we can't even build up to that. Oh, we're going to have to build all the way over to here. Oh, out to here. Ooh, this is going to be a really big wall. I mean, I don't like that, but it's going to have to... Ooh, smoke leaf. Thanks for the smoke leaf. I don't know. Random chance? Gods of the sky? Shipping containers that decide that, you know, they just want to have a little bit of time, just drop some nice stuff on us. What is that's cut plants. Is there no berry bushes here that are sufficiently grown? Like this. Can't we gather this? I don't think so. I think that was not a thing that we should have done, but we're going to cut down that bush anyway. I don't care. Look, it's just a berry bush. We can't lose our minds over every single berry bush cut down, even if we're randomly cutting down berry bushes, which is admittedly probably not a good idea. I mean, it's kind of a completely random idea, but still probably not the best thing to do. We should probably try to preserve berry bushes so that future generations can have berries, but you never know. Anyway, this wall is actually going to be a lot longer than I thought it would be. Given that we can't actually build directly up to the water edge, which I didn't think about prior, we've got kind of two choices. We're either going to build a wall here or build it here. And I don't know, which am I more inclined? I think building it here is actually a better idea. I mean, it's going to be a lot less resources and achieve basically the same thing. So it's probably going to be a wall right along this area. So yeah, we can build it right. Oh, what? We can't build it there. So it's going to have to be here. And we'll build it out as far as we can for now, which is not that far. And then this will be the other starting sector, and it'll just make a little, I don't know, little defenseman square around this steam geyser. Hook that up. That'll be nice. Okay. So once that's done, do we have people doing crafting? How many people are doing crafting? I think there's a lot of people who can. Ooh, there's not actually that many people in reality. I guess Fedocia will join the group of people who have a potential to craft stuff. Gabe, I love that you want to make us jackets, but can you please suspend that work and go cut some stone? Because that'd be great. The stone cutting is definitely more important at this point than any form of jacket that you could possibly make, Gabe. Even though I'm almost 100% certain that Gabe would make a pretty fabulous jacket. Anyway, with that, the construction of yet another defensive wall, that will bring us to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we should be able to build out our wall to that steam geyser and get it hooked up to the rest of the system, which I think needs more power. It does seem like it needs more power, so that's going to be what we're going to do next. But until then, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.